CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales? Do 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 do. Chappy, chappy, chappy. What is happening? How do you do, people? Yeah, nice. Okay, so I was thinking about other little funny stories that got stored in the old nuts. And yeah, thought of this one. Well, when we was younger, this is probably late 80s, 89 even, that round the council estate that I've grew up on called Ingester Road, there's a small tower block on the estate called Grange Mill. And this one time, I don't know what was going on, something probably wrong around the second floor, because they put this scaffolding up around the whole block. And just where the entrance to the block is, there's like a ramp that goes up to the door or whatever. But just on the outside of the building, just above there, they created this, like, it was like a box of scaffolding. And we obviously, the way we were around Ingester, we worked out how to remove one of the planks, and then we could climb up into this box, and we used to just sit up there, and it's just funny. But this particular night I'm thinking of, we was in this box, like, it was just getting dark, and then someone was like mucking around with the next level up would be to get up onto the top bit of the scaffolding, and it ran round the block, basically just where the second floor windows were. So I can't remember who it was, but someone removed one of the planks, and we was able to climb up onto this bit of scaffolding that was up next to the second floor of Grange Mill. There's about 6 of us, I think. And anyway, so we start being naughty little boys like we was, and we're running around this scaffolding around the whole block, like, and just being stupid. But obviously, if you live on the second floor of a block of flats and you're sitting down in your front room watching telly, and then 6 kids run past the window, you're a bit like, what? So obviously, after us being stupid for the amount of time we've been stupid, people started like shouting at us and all that, like. So it was time to get down. So we ran back to this plank that we had moved, and basically this plank had sort of fallen back down, and there was only a tiny gap. And I swear to God, right, I must have been the biggest one of us, you know what I mean? Like, the others are a bit younger than me and a lot slimmer than me, you know what I mean? And they just like all went all into this hole, got down off this block, right? So there's me there trying my hardest to wrench this plank back so it'd make the hole bigger so I could fit through it. And I swear to God, could I get through it? No, I could not. So anyway, I'm up there and I'm shitting myself, because there's nowhere else off this block, you know what I mean? It's like on the second floor around the whole block, and it was just mental. And I was just like, oh my God, like, and there's people hanging out their windows shouting, oh no, it's you, John, I'm going to tell your mum, get down. And I'm thinking, I can't get down. So by this time, someone has alerted my mother that I'm up on this scaffolding and I shouldn't be, or whatever. But so my mum's down in the street, because I'm looking off, like, and there's the 5 boys that I was up here with, plus my mum and some others or whatever. And my mum's like, get down. I was like, I can't get down. She's like, how did you get up there? And I was like, well, we went through these little holes, but they're sort of shut up now. So after a while, like, going up and down and different people giving different ideas or whatever, there was this tree that sort of come up to where I was, like, and I was like, right, I'm climbing down a tree. I can do it. I can climb down this tree. So every time I went to do it, I was like, oh, maybe I won't do it, actually. Better get me a fire engine to come. To tell you the truth, one of the people on the second floor, because I pretty much knew everyone in the estate, you know what I mean? All of us kids did. They could have just opened their window and said to me, come on. and pull me in their ass and chuck me out their front door, and then I could have just come down the stairs of the block. But no bad luck of that. So I am just there, like, and I'm pretty scared, I've got to admit, like, showing the big one that I was, you know what I mean? But I was actually shitting myself. Like, I was like, oh my God. So after debating everything, like, the only way that I could get down from this thing is something to do with this tree. So basically, after a while, I climbed onto the tree, like, and then I was like trying to hang down this tree and climb down it a bit and all that. And I got down a bit. But what I didn't realise is there's this big prickle bush right at the bottom of this tree, yeah. And I was just like, I was hanging off this tree, and I thought I was getting low enough. I ended up letting go, and I just went straight into this prickle bush. Oh my God, I was screaming. Ah! It was mental. So my mum's obviously quite worried about me at this time. Like, so she's like run over, and like there was a couple of the other kids' dads there and that, and they're all like helping me out of this prickle bush. I remember once they got me out of it, I'm standing there and I got prickles sticking at me everywhere, like acupuncture or whatever it is. It was mental, and like people are pulling these spikes out of my legs and all that, and trying to keep face, if you like, in front of the other kids or whatever. And then my mum was like shouting at me and that and saying, get home. And it was funny because like we walked down from Grangemill to where my mum lived, and then we went up to the balcony into my house, I should say. I lived there. And the minute I got in, like my mum had closed that door, I just burst into tears. I was just like, oh. And she's like, well, that teaches you, didn't it? Don't get up high heights that you can't climb down from. And I was like, yeah. So I spent the rest of the night indoors feeling sorry for myself. And then when I see everyone the next day, they're like, oh, you're right. I was like, yeah, I was all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was fine, you know what I mean? Like, I was fine. Might have slid in a silly bush, but I was all right. And it's like, oh, sweet, nice one. But it was funny because obviously this had been reported to the council or the firm that put the scaffolding up or whatever, but they had actually like put extra metal clips up or what, I don't know. So we lost our camp as well because we couldn't get up into the first section of it anymore either. So that was it. It was all like locked down, you know what I mean? Like, and I think the scaffolding was probably only up there a couple of more days anyway, you know what I mean? And they took it all down. But yeah, it was a funny night. Yeah, but I admit that now. I mean, I got indoors, the door was closed, and the tears just started rolling out of my face. You know what I mean? I was just like, but yeah. So that teaches your kids, don't climb up scaffolding. It's not good. It is dangerous. Don't do it. It's not good. And these days they paint the lower poles in this sort of tar stuff or whatever, and it gets everywhere. So, and it ruins your clobber. So just don't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, whack that bell, and you'll hear loads more of these stories. All right, nice one. Thanks for listening, peeps, and I will speak to you soon. CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales?